So about 2 years ago, I made a video on why rich and poor people have so many children. But today I'm going to do a part two on why middle class people don't have so many children, like rich and poor. And most of it has to do with resources. Poor people, because they have no resources to give, uh, and often, especially in developed part of the world, government reward poor people when reward people poor people that have a lot of children by giving them subsidies like food stamps and monthly spending money. They incentivize to have more children. And also, if you think about it, if poor people have a lot of children, there is a higher probability that one of the children will become successful in life and can take care of the poor people in their latter years, in their old age. Whereas if you only have one or two, most likely your children will stay poor. If you have 10, maybe one or two may claw their way into middle class or even rich, wealthy class. And that's a good thing, right? Um, Rich people, of course, by logic, they have a lot of resources. So therefore, they can give that to their children without straining their own lifestyle, without having to I guess, hold back on their own desires, right? Of course, there are both rich and poor people don't have children. One is because they don't have resources and they don't want to gamble, um, play a roulette with children. And the rich people, they're still rich and they just want to have a good life and they don't care to share that with, care to leave a legacy. But for middle class, it's the toughest when it comes to children because you have just enough to give something, but not enough to give a lot. And because of that, and because they also are educated and understand well enough that having children, if you want to give them the best chances life is a, a many years of consistent investment of both time, effort, and money, and time, energy, and money, right? The most scarce things for middle class. Um, it's tough to have a lot of children. It's even tough to have three children. Um, Probably the optimal number is one to two, and that's what you see for most middle class. They'll have one to two children, and they'll stop. Right? So in a way, like I think that no one's stupid. We're all making rational decisions based on our set of realities, our set of limitations in life. If you have a lot of children in the middle class, then you don't have time to devote to making more money and give yourself a better lifestyle, right? So you have to choose. Um, so I think the point of this video is to kind of illuminate when you see these worldly phenomena, like, whoa, when you you see poor people in poor countries, like, why don't we stop having children? Well, now my video answered that question. And so is when you see rich people, why do they have no children or they have either have no children, a lot of children, and so forth? Why do they do that? It's a business decision. They want to carry on their legacy, and they need the more children they have, the more likely they will produce one that is capable of take over what the parents built. Doesn't matter. Like I don't. I see so many people around me that give their children everything, and the children turn out to be quite mediocre. So I know that a lot of the factors that we think is valuable in bringing up a quality person is not. The I think the only factor that really matters, only factor that we can control that really matter, is a desire to be successful. That desire, you will find, if you have that desire, you will find ways to meet it. But if you don't have that desire, no matter how much money, opportunity, exposure parents can throw at their children, will not produce great results. Right? And often, if you have that desire to be successful in whatever endeavor, whether that's sports, business, politics, you'll find a way. Even if 99.9% of doors are closed to you, you will find a way. Your children will find a way, right? So there you go. That's why.